Yo, 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 yo. Everybody welcome in. Everybody welcome in. I'm your host, EB Sweatlot. I want to thank you guys for tuning in to the 5minusTwo podcast. Thank you for welcoming. Thank you for everybody checking me out. It's Thursday, y'all. April 3rd, 2025. It's already April, man. And it's a rainy day, but it's going to be a great day. So we got a few things to talk about. We got Jaron Boots in his his up and coming fight with Stanionis. We got the top rank in PBC merging, which I'm excited for. And then we're also going to talk about my OG. I was listening to Phenomenal International Boxing, man. He was cooking today. So he was cooking as well. And then I think we're also just going to stick with those topics. So, let's jump right on in. Jaron Boots Ennis, Stanionis. Jaron Boots Ennis, he's the IBF champion. He's 33 fights and 29 knockouts. Then you got Stanionis, he's the WBA champion. He has 15 wins and 9 knockouts. So those two are unifying at 147, April 12th, 2025. I'm excited for Boots. I'm also nervous because this is a step-up fight, so anything can happen. This is boxing, but I'm excited. I'm excited and nervous. It's good that Boots is finally getting to unify because I know that's one of his dreams at that welterweight division. So I just pray everything goes well for Boots. Man, he should pull it out. I'm rooting for Boots. So, man, I'm excited to see that fight, man. I'm excited to see that fight, and I'm just happy for Boots, man. He's a lab rat. He stays in the gym. He's always working. He's learning. He's humble. The only critique I would have of Boots is that he lacks charisma, because if his personality can match his fight style, man, I think he could be a star in boxing. If you ask me, that's just my opinion. I think he could be one of the ones. But we'll have to see. This fight is a good measuring stick. It'll help us determine, all right, is Boots really what he is, or is he all hype? So, that's why I'm kind of excited and nervous at the same time. And speaking of boxing, we got PBC and Top Rank merging together. Man, I am excited about that. I was reading the boxing scene, and they were going a little bit over this, and man, do you understand? That means they can have big fights in the U.S., because let's be honest, U.S. boxing, man, we on top, man. We on top, and we have a lot of stars in the United States, and I think that should be, I'm so happy and glad, because at one point it was always Top Rank versus PBC, and it seemed to have to me, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, it just seems that there's always been a smear campaign on PBC with Al Heyman. Ever since, Floyd Mayweather, he's been working with Floyd and being associated with Floyd Mayweather and being his advisor, it's always been a smear campaign on PBC. So seeing PBC and Top Rank merge, man, do you understand we can get good fights in the United States for real, man? You understand, because one thing I like about this is Top Rank has more of that, they call the prospect fighters, the up-and-coming fighters. And then you have PBC have more of the welterweight, the heavyweights, the more seasoned vets, the more seasoned stars. So we can see a matchup, man. And don't be surprised if we start seeing, in different weight divisions, these tournaments, because I know PBC's doing a 154 tournament, which is dope. So, if Tim Tszyu beats Joey Spence, we could be seeing Keith Ehrman and Tim Tszyu, which I'm excited for. Man, but I want to see somebody get in there with Bachram, because it seemed like, man, ever since he dismantled Tim Tszyu, man, I want to see somebody get in there with him. But, man, this is good news, man. This is good news. This is Top Rank PBC, man, and this is what we've been talking about, giving fight fans great fights. And the crazy thing about this is that PBC and Top Rank, Bob Arum and Al Heyman actually working together, which they did work in the past on a few different fights. We can really get really top-notch dream fights. Man, do you understand? This is a win for not only the boxing culture, but for boxing fans and casual fans. Because now Al Heyman and Bob Arum, they can stack these cards. And how PBC is good at promoting fights and, being good at getting return on their investments when it comes to fights, and then Al Heyman having certain stars. Man, we could be getting like an Abdullah Mason and Kamal Moulton, or an Abdullah Mason and who knows, man. So I'm very excited to hear this, So shout out, I was reading Boxing Scene this morning, and they were also talking that this is gonna be big. This is gonna be huge. And speaking of boxing, I gotta go to Fanon, man. Shout out to Fanon International Boxing. Man, he was cooking on live today. Do you hear me, man? He was cooking on live today. And one thing he did that stuck out, the mission, the word, the topic. All money ain't good money. And this is into regards of Turki Al-Sheikh saying he has 18 months and then he's going to TKO with Dana White. And the reason he brought that up is because there's been this weird notion, this rumor is that people make their biggest money with Turki Al-Sheikh. And the weird thing about it, is that the money that he's getting from hedge funds is kind of iffy. So now it's almost like, man, whose money are you taking from, and who it's like funny money. Yeah, so it's very tricky because it's been allegations, allegedly that Turki Al-Sheikh has not been paying these fighters their biggest pay. And it's also allegedly, I gotta say that, Fanon was saying that the money that he's getting from these hedge funds or shell corporations that have ties to a lot of billionaire families in the United States. And it's kind of interesting. Before that Bud and Earl fight, Bud was talking about he didn't want to fight on Showtime because, he got a call from this hedge fund. But it's kind of weird because he never disclosed the name of the hedge fund and whose money is in that hedge fund. Man, if you playing with billionaires' money, bro, that's a bad look. Bad. You could get, man, people are off you off that, bro. Because you stick your hands in the wrong person's pockets, you'll mess around and get your arm cut off, like Fanon said. And man, Fanon was dropping game. And I enjoyed the live. And one of the messages, all money ain't good money. And that's a life learned lesson I've been learning. And not that anything bad happened to me. It's just, you need to know whose money you messing with, because some people are killed for their money. If not all, and I'm not, trying to, I'm not trying to say anything. I'm just being honest. You need to know whose money you messing with, cause man, and I've been hearing rumors too as well that, a lot of his stuff has been kind of funny and it's kind of shaky, and it's a lot of funny business going around. So I just want to say, man, salute to Fanon on that, man. So salute. But man, I'm not going to keep you guys. This is going to be a short live. I just want to thank you guys for tuning in to the 5minusTwo podcast. I am your host, E.B. Sweatlock. I'll holla at y'all. Peace.